Something interesting happens when you detach yourself from ideal outcomes. What happens is things just start to align. Things just work out. It is always the case that when we become hyperfixated on what we want to happen, what we wish to happen, as a result of us doing something rather than the action itself, it never works out the way we want it to. And I don't think it's a coincidence either. I think it's a result of us taking our focus off of the task at hand. And what ends up happening is we prioritize something outside of... Dude, there's a plane every 30 seconds, man. Because what ends up happening is we take away our focus from what truly matters. We take ourselves out of the experience of whatever it is that we're doing. If it's the process of consistently going to the gym in hopes of obtaining a healthy physique, an aesthetic physique, then what is required for the highest possibility for that outcome to actually happen is we need to be fully immersed in the process. We need to fully fall in love with the process, romanticize the process of exercising, of going to the gym, of eating healthy. We need to become obsessed with it. Because if you become obsessed with that thing, with the process itself, there's no way it doesn't happen. It's just a matter of time at that point. But if we're so focused on the result, on the outcome, it makes things feel like they're not working. It makes time feel like it's going slower. And it makes us feel like our actions are absolutely pointless. I can think of so many examples in my past. And really, this is something I used to struggle with a lot. I would come up with a new idea for a business or a new venture of mine or a creative idea that I wanted to pursue and I got really excited about. But my mind would always be so focused on what I would get at the end of it, the destination. Most of the time it was business. I would see a YouTube video of how to start this new business model, be it dropship. I think every person who is interested in entrepreneurship or like digital business has gone through these phases, right? I would watch a new drop shipping video on how to start making $10,000 a month in your first month of drop shipping, or how to sell digital products on Etsy, or how to start an SMMA agency, the regular, right? And I would fail at them, not because the business models themselves don't work. It's because my mindset was not in the right place in order to actually pursue these things, these goals, with longevity. I had no foundation. My mind was focused on the wrong thing. It was focused on the money that would come once I reached that destination. It was focused on the lifestyle that would come once I reached that destination. It was focused on the freedom I would have once I reached that destination. And it's good to have motivations, right? But if it's your sole focus, if it's your sole reason for doing something, you're not gonna have any sustainability in it. And honestly, that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. But it's a good thing, because what you learn through time, through failure of doing this, right, is the importance of focusing on, again, the task at hand, on what's in front of you, on the present moment, and falling in love with that. Because at the end of the day, the process is actually what we do it for. Those things that come at the end are bonuses. Don't get me wrong, they can be motivators for you. There's nothing wrong with being motivated by financial freedom. There's nothing wrong with being motivated by something materialistic like a car or a house, right? But you come to understand that these things are not really what matters. It's not actually what we do it for. As humans, we need to be pursuing something. We need to be immersed in something. We need to be moving towards something, right? We need to have a task that we can dedicate ourselves to, that we can develop discipline through and find patience within, because that's what gives our lives meaning. If you've ever played a sport, you can kind of get this concept or if you've done anything competitive in your life, which I hope you have, if you have, you'll understand that when you train for these competitions, for these tournaments, the trophy is worthless, right? Like, it's good getting handed it, but if you were just handed it without having to practice, without having to compete, without having to place above the other teams, the other participants, and proving that you are worthy of the trophy, it doesn't mean anything. And so it's the process in getting there that gives the trophy value. The trophy itself doesn't mean anything. So if your motivation for wanting to pursue a better life is fame or money or materialistic things like a house or a car, or really anything that is outside of yourself, outside of the process itself of development and improvement and becoming a better version of yourself, you'll find that when you obtain it, the feeling that it gives you will wear off, and you'll be left with the question of, now what? And I think that's why a lot of people, they keep falling into this trap of perpetual unfulfillment. They're going after the wrong thing. Their eyes are on the wrong thing. Learn to fall in love with the process, because that is where you will find yourself. That is where you will develop your skills. That is where you will learn to be patient and become wiser and become more calculated and just a more evolved version of who you already are. You will grow into your true identity and find confidence within that. You'll be able to get to a point with time where you are fully in control of your life. You understand what is for you, what is not for you, what is a good decision, a bad decision, and things will just start to align, like I said. When that is your focus, opportunities will just start to fall into your lap. The right people will start to come into your life. That dream career that you wish to have will be yours. That car that you wish to have, it is there for you. But your focus has to be on the correct things, what truly matters. And I know things can feel stagnant, and it feels like you're not really moving because the process can feel slow. But patience, my friend, it pays off, I promise you. If I told myself 5 years ago where we'd be today, honestly, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't believe myself, because I always had high ambition, but bro, it's like, how do they even land this fast? It's like they're right behind each other. I get 2 sentences in and the freaking plane is coming. It's getting dark, so I'll say what I have to say. You'd be surprised how quickly your life can change. All that matters is that you show up, you put your best foot forward. Not every day is going to be your top performing day. It's okay to have bad days. But show up. Show up and focus on the correct things like I've told you in this video. And be patient. And strengthen your spirit. Strengthen your connection with God. And that is all you need. I promise you, it doesn't matter what circumstance you're in. Circumstances do not decide your fate. You do. So as long as you're in alignment with those things, anything is possible, my friend. I believe in you. I appreciate your time, and I will see you soon.